Mauro Gomez's home run was his first of his career, and Mike Aviles soon followed with a 3-run shot of his own that gave the Red Sox the lead. Despite the fact Boston finished the night with 20 hits, it was the Royals who came away victorious in extra innings at the end of the night. Well, today, the Red Sox sent Felix Dubron to the mound fresh off a trip to the DL in search of his 11th win and his second this season against the Kansas City Royals. Welcome to Main Day into Fenway Park for Game 3 of the 4-game series between the Red Sox and the Kansas City Royals. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, the Red Sox today need Felix Dubron to go deep into this game. The starters for the Red Sox have not been going deep into games, and as a result, the bullpen has really been taxed, especially with the 12-inning affair last night. And over the last 5 games, Boston's bullpen has pitched a total of 23 innings. Leading the way is Vicente Padilla, who's pitched in 4 of the last 5 games. Shinichi Chizawa has worked the most innings of the group and has thrown nearly 100 pitches. Andrew Bailey picked up his first save with the Sox on Friday and has worked in the last 3 games. Andrew Miller, who allowed 4 runs last night, has worked the least of the group, but last night he threw a season-high 29 pitches, and the Red Sox, of course, are without Alfredo Aceves, who is currently suspended by the Red Sox. We welcome in Jerry Remy, and Jerry, the dust has settled on the big trade for the Red Sox, and today we get our first look at James Loney.
Well, the Red Sox players headed west yesterday, and today we have James Loney starting at first base for the Boston Red Sox. And let's take a look at his career numbers in the last 7 seasons. 284 batting average. You see the home runs, a total of 71, 451 RBIs. In 2012 with the Dodgers, only 4 home runs and 33 RBIs. Now, what we don't know is how long James Loney is going to be a member of the Red Sox. Will it be just for the remainder of this season? He is a free agent at the end of the year. It gives him 5 or 6 weeks before the season's over to build up those numbers and make himself attractive to either other ball clubs or the Red Sox for next season.
Well, each team has taken a game in this series so far. The Red Sox trying to take Game 3. We're back with this after this. Infinity, Sullivan Tire, your New England Subaru dealers, Dunkin' Donuts, by Toyota's website for deals by Toyota.com, and by Southwest Airlines. Welcome back to Fenway Park. A beautiful day here at Fenway. Nothing but blue skies above as the Red Sox and Royals wrap up their third game of the 4-game series between the Red Sox and the Royals. As late night last night, a 12-inning affair between the Red Sox and the Royals. Red Sox had things under control at one point last night, had a 9-3 lead, but in the end, Kansas City able to come away with a 10-9 victory. And the Red Sox will play back-to-back day games today and tomorrow. There's a lot of sunglasses being worn here today. Going to be high skies at Fenway Park, no doubt, as the Red Sox took the first game of the series, dropped last night's game, and game 3 today as you take a look at what the outfielders will be looking at from Fenway Park during this day game today. And the Red Sox start the day at 60 and 67 as they take the field. Well, it's Junior Announcer Day here at Fenway Park, and it is brought to you by Pfizer as we check out the visiting Kansas City Royals starting lineup.
Thanks, Mr. Orsil. Hi, I'm Nolan Rice from Old Orchard Beach, Maine. Hi, I'm Trevor from Old Orchard Beach, Maine. Leading off for the Royals in center field, Mr. Lorenzo Cain. The shortstop, Mr. Alcides Escobar. In left field, Mr. Alex Gordon. The DH, Mr. Billy Butler. The catcher, Mr. Salvador Perez. In right field, Mr. Jeff Francor. At second base, Mr. Johnny Giovatella. At first base, Mr. Eric Hosmer. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Mr. Tony Abreu.
Nice job, Trevor and Nolan. Trevor, of course, the son of Pete Grenier, our great audio man here at Fenway Park, and part of our great crew is Felix Dubron is on the mound for the Red Sox today. 23rd start of the year, fresh off the DL yesterday. He's 10-6, 4.70 earned run average, 119 strikeouts, 122 and 2/3 innings, and opponents hitting at 267 against Felix Dubron. Lost last time out against Cleveland. That was back on August 9th as he gave up 7 hits and 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 4 as Dubron comes in with a 10-6 record.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They are 5th in the American League with 71 errors on the season. Pedro Siriaco at third base, Mike Aviles the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and James Loney the first baseman. Left to right, Scott Podsednik, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Cody Ross, and Ryan Lavanway doing the catching for Dubron.
Corey Blazer has played today, calling the balls and strikes for the umpires. Dan Bellino at first base, Mike Esterbrook at second base, and Jerry Lane, the crew chief, is at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. The SAP function is brought to you by Kettle One Vodka.
Buenas tardes, amigos.
79 degrees to start the game today. Breeze from right to left across the outfield. And partly cloudy is the forecast for the rest of the day. Hard to believe right now with the amount of blue sky above Fenway Park as Felix Dubron ready to work to Lorenzo Cain. Will be stepping in here for Kansas City.
What an absolutely beautiful afternoon for baseball here at Fenway.
Well, Lorenzo Cain leading it off for Kansas City. And the first pitch of the ball game misses outside. We are underway. Lorenzo Cain came into the game late last night. Pinch hit, had a couple of at-bats as it turned out in the 12-inning affair. It's at 2:48. Let's see if this time off helps Felix Dubron. A little bit of a break for him after the last outing. He mentioned August 9th was the last time that he worked.
Well, it should help his strength. There's no question about that. The question that you do have, you know, is the Christmas going to be there with on the corners with his pitches? Right down the middle right there for the first strike of the ball game.
LeBron against Kansas City, 1-0 with a 4.26 earned run average. Had a start earlier this year against Kansas City. Making his second career appearance against Kansas City. His first here at Fenway. Strike over the outside corner. And it's 2-2. As a starter, 11-8. 4.63 earned run average in 25 major league starts. And a miss, down and in, full count. He leads the majors in run support. Per 9 innings, he gets over 7 runs a game. Cain lifts a fly ball out to right center field. Ross and Ellsbury, and it's Jacoby. Takes over and makes the catch for the first out. One out for Alcides Escobar, shortstop for Kansas City, who hits at .304 with 4 home runs and 41 runs driven in. And there for strike 1 to Escobar. Quickly 0-2. 95 on the fastball, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, very good life on the fastball early in the ball game for Dubron. 95, as Don mentioned. Throws it by Escobar.
First Boston pitcher to reach the 10-win mark in 2012. And he did so at 24 years of age. John Lester, the last 24-year-old to get into double figures. He was 16-6 back in 2008 at age 24. And the second Red Sox pitcher, age 24 years old or younger, to reach double-digit wins in a season since Roger Clemens, 24 years old, was 20-9 in 1987. One-two pitch to Escobar. Grounded softly towards third. Siriaco on the run. Got to hurry with Escobar running, and he will not get it there in time. Throw from Siriaco is late. Escobar to board with 1 out.
Yeah, very good speed by Escobar going down that line. And you know, as a third baseman, when you got to charge the ball like this, it's going to be a rush. And a rush it was. One bounce to Loney at first base. And Escobar picks up the base hit. He can run. 25 steals on the season.
Oh, 1 out, 1 on as Alex Gordon stands in. Gordon at .292 with 9 home runs and 54 runs batted in. Shows bunt, pulls it back and takes it inside for ball 1. Gordon was 2 for 5 in last night's game with a double and 4 runs batted in. It his 41st double of the year last night. He's trailing only Ramos Ramirez and Milwaukee Brewers for the major league lead in doubles. Outside, and it's 2-0.
Gordon in his career has 3 at-bats against Dubron. He's got 2 hits against him. And you see the numbers against the Red Sox in 30 games, a .349 average against Boston teams.
4 for 9 in the series so far against the Red Sox. A day left in this series here tomorrow. 2-0 pitch is popped up foul. Back and out of play. I want to remind you this copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox. So Gordon gets a new bat and heads back to the batter's box here with a count of 2-1. Working with Ryan Lavarnway today. Now, Randy Neiman and Bobby Valentine need Dubron to last a while today. Bullpen really stressed and taxed with all the work that they've had in the last 5 days. Last night, the extra inning ball game, and everybody used out there is some more than others. They would like to see Dubron get deep into this game today. Swing and a miss, and it evens at 2-2 in the hands of Alex Gordon.
Looked like a little two-seam fastball that time from Dubron, running in on Gordon. Alex Gordon stands way off the plate. That ball inside, probably off the inside edge.
Broken bat, look out, as Looney will go to second base for an out there. Nice play to stay focused as the bat was headed in his direction. And is able to get the baseball and get the lead runner in Escobar. 2 down.
All kind of activity heading down Aloni's direction right there. The bat, the baseball, he's able to make the play, get the force at second. No return throw to first base. He had no chance to get Gordon.
So James Loney in his first game in a Red Sox uniform will be holding on Alex Gordon at first base with 2 down. Billy Butler the batter and DH. Butler batting in a cleanup spot for the Royals. Butler 305, 25 home runs, 81 runs batted in. Five home runs on the year and 99 now in his career. Swing and a miss on an elevated fastball, and it's 0-2.
That's a changeup down, followed by a fastball upstairs, and the swing and no contact by Butler.
In the dirt, gliding to his left is Lavarnway, and good block there. Remaining at first base, Alex Gordon. We talk so much about the number of doubles Gordon has. Billy Butler's got 159 doubles since the start of 09. Tied with Miguel Cabrera for the second most. Only behind Robinson Cano during that time period. Another doubles guy as this one fouled off to the right. An all-star this year. In the actual All-Star game, he was 0 for 2. Ground out and struck out. Only representative for Kansas City at the All-Star game, July 10th at Kauffman Stadium. Gordon takes off. Pitch gets away from Lavarnway, and Gordon around second base. Lavarnway able to retrieve it. He was taken off with a pitch, so stolen base for Alex Gordon.
Gordon picks up his 8th of the season as Lavarnway has it pop out of the glove. Had to reach across his body and just bounces right out of the catcher's mitt.
So 2 down, Gordon in scoring position. Billy Butler, an even count now of 2-2. Strike 3 call. And DeBron picks up his first K of the day through half an inning. The Royals get nothing. The Red Sox are coming up. Out the Red Sox starting lineup on Junior Announcer Day.
Thanks, Mr. Osillo. Hi, I'm Nathan of Newton. Leading off for the Red Sox, the third baseman, Mr. Pedro Siriaco. In center field, Mr. Jacoby Ellsbury. The second baseman, Mr. Dustin Pedroia. In right field, Mr. Cody Ross. The first baseman, Mr. James Loney. The catcher, Mr. Ryan Lavarnway. The DH, Mr. Mauro Gomez. At shortstop, Mr. Mike Aviles. And batting ninth in left field, Mr. Scott Pasenik.
Nice job, Nathan. Nice hat. Fine University, Northeastern, as Will Smith is on the mound for Kansas City today. 4-5, making his 11th start of the year. 5.40 earned run average. Opponent sitting at 282 against Smith as Pedro Siriaco gets it started for the Red Sox. A loss last time out for Smith. And there for strike one to Siriaco. Pedro leading off today and toting a hefty 351 batting average coming into today's action with a home run. 14 runs batted in. A little looper out to right that'll fall for a base hit.
Well, Siriaco extends his hitting streak now to 6 games. As he takes the ball that's down and away, actually out of the strike zone, and just kind of bloops it into right field for the base hit. So Siriaco, who's at first base, has 9 steals on the season, has not been caught yet.
So lead runner on here for the Red Sox in the bottom of the first inning. Jacoby Ellsbury, the batter. 266 with a home run. 14 runs batted in for Jacoby. Drops the bunt down, foul. Well, Jacoby tied for the major league lead in doubles in August. He's got 10 and hits in his last 5 straight games. 375 during the 5-gamer, 2 doubles. 4 for 9 in the series against Kansas City so far. Sliced foul off to the left hand. It's 1-2. Dustin Pedroia waiting on deck. Red Sox batting here in the bottom of the first inning. Fly ball to center field. Kane spun around but is back there to make the catch. Started over the wrong shoulder but is able to recover to make the grab for the first out.
And let's look at the Royals defense. They're 12th in the American League. Tony Abreu at third base. Alcides Escobar the shortstop. Johnny Giavotella at second and Eric Hosmer the first baseman. Left to right, Alex Gordon, Lorenzo Cain, and Jeff Francoeur. And Salvador Perez doing the catching for Will Smith.
1 out, 1 on. It's Pedro Siriaco, the good size lead at first base as Dustin Pedroia stands in. Part of our key matchup brought to you by your New England Honda dealers. Dustin Pedroia against the Royals, a .379 hitter. Grounder foul outside of third, and the count is 1-1. Pedroia in the series 2 for 8. Riding a 5-game hitting streak coming into today's action. Overall at 281, 11 homers, 52 runs batted in. Snap throw to first, and Siriaco able to get back. Again, he had a good-sized lead. And Salvador Perez noticed as he fires down there to first base.
Yeah, we've noticed also in the last couple of days that Perez likes to throw the ball around very, very quick from behind the plate from his knees, making that throw to first base. And you got to be careful in the secondary lead. Once you get into it, you better be ready to get back to that bag.
Will Smith on the mound today for Kansas City. He was the Omaha opening day starter at AAA back on April 5th against Albuquerque. They're no longer the Omaha Royals. They're now the Storm Chasers. He was 4-4 at AAA with a 3.61 earned run average. There goes Siriaco. Here's a pop-up to short right. Francoeur was deep. And the first baseman, Hosmer, has to go off his glove. Siriaco will take third. Pedroia to second base. Well placed. And it's second and third with one out. Best chance was the first baseman, Hosmer, and he can't make the play.
Yeah, neither baseballs hit by the Red Sox have been hit hard in this inning, but they've got second and third and nobody out. Siriaco had to kind of hang around second base, waited to see if this was going to be caught or dropped in. Hosmer cannot make the play, and the Red Sox end up with men at second and third. That's a very difficult play for a first baseman. Back to home plate.
So one out, second and third, as standing in is Cody Ross. He left the game last night. Kind of turned an ankle, but he's okay today. Back in the Red Sox lineup. Into left field, a base hit. From third comes Siriaco. And the Red Sox are on the board 1-0. It's an RBI single for Cody Ross as Dustin Pedroia takes third, and the Red Sox strike first today.
Well, Cody Ross jumps on a curveball. I believe it's the first curveball that Smith has thrown in the game, and Ross all over it for the ground ball to left field for the base hit. Because it's so shallow out there, Pedroia had to freeze to make sure the ball got through the infield, so he can only go as far as third base.
So first and third, one out. James Loney in his first at bat in a Red Sox uniform. 114 games this year for the Dodgers. Everyday player and regular for the Dodgers. 254, 4 home runs and 33 runs batted in. They'll pop it up foul, back it out of play. He is a free agent at the end of the year. So possibly in a Red Sox uniform for the last 5 weeks of the season, but who knows? 896 games in his major league career at 284 with 71 home runs and 451 runs driven in. As Loney takes a pitch up top with the count 1-1. Part of the 9-player trade with the Dodgers. He's played his entire 7-year major league career as a member of the Dodgers. In the dirt, knocked down by Perez. He keeps it in front of him and no advance for the base runners.
Breaking ball down in the dirt, and again, the breaking ball, the curveball, usually the easiest one for catchers to block. They're anticipating that ball down in the dirt.
Loney grounds it towards short. Escobar will go to second for one, on to first, and Hosmer is able to dig it out. So Loney grounds into a double play in his first at bat in a Red Sox uniform, but the Red Sox get a run and take a 1-0 lead. seat as local kids put the Sox to the test. Their musical tastes and pop culture picks are revealed along with bloopers and other surprises. Tune into the best of Red Sox Small Talk presented by Boston Children's Hospital tomorrow night at 5:30. Let's on to the top half of the second inning back at Fenway Park. 1-0. Red Sox on top. Felix Dubron back to the hill. Struck out Billy Butler with Alex Gordon in scoring position last inning to get out of that threat as it's strike one to Salvador Perez, catcher for the Royals. Perez at .292, 8 homers and 23 runs batted in.
Did you say that was the best of small talk coming up?
I don't know. I'll tell you in a second. Hold on. Jacoby Ellsbury, Tom Werner take on the hot seat to put the test. Their musical taste, no.
No, okay.
No, it's not the best of.
Okay.
On the ground, left side, and Siriaco knocks it down and kicks into shallow left. By the time he runs it down, Perez safely at first base. It's a base hit for Salvador Perez.
That's Siriaco going to his left as far as he can, gets the glove on it, but it deflects off the glove and then gets by Aviles into center field for the base hit.
It was the best of small talk, and you haven't even been on yet. That's not a good sign.
But I think that's coming up, the best of small talk.
Really?
I think so,
Okay.
yeah, and I haven't been on yet. So I guess my segment was not that good.
Well, it is good. That's some of the best stuff. This one fouled off to the right by Jeff Francoeur. Francoeur hitting at .236, 11 homers and 34 runs batted in. I feel strongly that you'll be in the best of Don and Jerry, though, this offseason.
Is that coming up again?
I think so, yes. There's a swing and a foul tip. Last night was fun when the Red Sox were ahead 9-3.
Yeah, then things changed.
Things changed very quickly. The new to you toupee idea was really rolling at the time, and then all of a sudden it was 9-9, and
that was the end of it.
Wasn't as much fun. 0-2, and Francoeur will take that outside. One-two gets away from Lavarnway. Hit him in the glove.
I think the glove closed up before the ball got into the pocket of the glove.
Two fouled off, and it hangs at 2-2. Jeff Francoeur in the series 0 for 8. And his 2-out walk in the 12th inning led to the winning run in last night's game in the 12th inning, scoring Tony Abreu on a single, and Kansas City Royals with a win here last night at Fenway in Game 2. Swing and a miss. That one blown by him at 94 miles an hour. And the second strikeout for Felix Dubron.
They'll both strikeouts this afternoon for Dubron on the fastball. Got Butler on the fastball. Now away from Jeff Francoeur on the fastball for the strikeout.
So Perez at first base. One out here is Johnny Giavotella, second baseman who started Game 1 of the series. In here for Game 3, totaling a .209 average. No homers, 7 runs batted in. And a fly ball hit well to center field. Ellsbury going back, battling the sun. Makes the catch shy of the track. And Perez back to the bag at first. 2 down as we check in with Jenny Dell.
Don, as you can see, Felix Dubron has taken the mound today for the first time since being placed on the DL on August 18th with a right knee contusion. Red Sox pitching coach Randy Neiman shared his expectations for the left-hander.
We're looking for him today to hopefully give us somewhere around 100 pitches, depending on how the game works out, but and how he's feeling and how he's throwing. But we'll closely monitor him. But he's looking really good. He feels good, very healthy, and he's going to be ready to go today. I'm excited about seeing him again back on the mound.
Dubront last pitched on August 9th against Cleveland, allowing 4 runs on 7 hits. And post-All-Star break, the young lefty had a slump that eventually placed him on the DL. Jerry, along with that right knee contusion, Dubront was also experiencing some shoulder fatigue.
Yeah, that's not uncommon for young pitchers, especially going through the rotation for their first time throughout a major league season, the extended season, and to get fatigue like that is not uncommon. So a good time to give Dubront some time off. Hopefully he can finish strong for the Red Sox the rest of the way.
Eric Hosmer batting with 2 down, and Salvador Perez at first base. Hosmer bats out of the number 8 spot at 240. Commemorate 10 years of live baseball with MLB.TV Premium for only $10. Watch every out-of-market game live on your favorite devices. This offer ends tomorrow. Visit MLB.TV or text MLB.TV to 31826 and start watching now. Blackout restrictions and message and data rates may apply. Runner goes. The pitch is in there for strike 3 over the inside corner. Third strikeout for Dubront ends the top of the second inning. It's 1-0 Red Sox. Of outdoor discovery. Tweet at LL Bean with hashtag Main Day during today's game for a chance to win a limited edition Fenway boat and tote. Jerry, we would like to thank LL Bean as well on this Main Day, a very special limited edition bag that they have given us. We thank them very much, and believe it or not, this bag is made from the tarp that was used last year. It's limited edition. It is actual tarp.
Yes.
They made it, and they gave us some boots, and we got some shirts, some fishing shirts for you, which I know you're very excited about. You'll have a chance to fish in a fish shirt.
It's very nice. They're very nice to the folks at LL Beam to bring these nice gifts up to us, and we certainly appreciate them.
Huh? How about a shirt with some fish? I mean, I see you in this shirt. Look at this.
Shirt with fish.
Look at you. That's terrific. I can't wait to fish with you in this shirt. A little pop-up right side of the infield. Hosmer has got it at first for the first out of the inning.
Next spring.
Well, the play of the week is brought to you by Taco Bell. Last night, Mauro Gomez, who had 24 home runs with the Paw Sox this season, connected for his first Major League home run. Gomez took the first pitch he saw in the second inning over the Green Monster, becoming the third Red Sox to have hit his first career home run in 2012. The play of the week is brought to you by Taco Bell.
I'll tell you, did you get a look at the boots yet?
I have not taken it out of the box yet.
I'm telling you, you can go through everything in those things.
Yep.
Yeah, they're great.
Waterproof, you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. Well, I get a lot of stuff from LL Bean, so I'm looking forward to seeing the boots that they got us.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I like the bag.
All set for the winter.
Mauro Gomez sits at 318. The home run he got last night, his first in the majors. With 6 runs batted in. They also were kind enough to send us some mini boots along for Wally, which is, I guess this is exactly the boots that we got also. It's got the 100th anniversary Red Sox on there. And
they do. There's
the mini boot for Walter, which is in the dirt.
$5, please. Oh, you want to catch it, right?
Down low, and it is 2-2. Will Smith giving up a run to the Red Sox in the first inning. RBI single for Cody Ross, a difference in the game.
They also brought up something I've never had before, and it was candy. It was chocolate candy with
blueberries
right. Inside. Very, very good.
Yes, they were very good. They were eaten very quickly, too. I noticed a lot of blueberry chocolate. Down to first base goes Mauro Gomez as he walks with 1 out in the second inning. Don't just beat the heat, annihilate it. Hurry into the Cumberland Farms Chill Zone. Mix up any size of your favorite fountain or frozen beverages for just 89 cents. The Chill Zone, only at Cumberland Farms. 1 out, 1 on for Mike Aviles. Mike hitting at .254, 13 homers, 57 runs batted in. As they're called Maine Wild Blueberries, Jerry, and they are chocolate blueberries.
Very good. Very, very good. I didn't know LL Bean made candy.
They do.
Until today.
The 1 pitch is going to miss. Will Smith up to 26 pitches with 1 out here in the second inning. High fly ball to deep left field. Back goes Gordon. Does it have enough? No, it's off the wall. Karen played out there by Gordon. Scoring from first is Gomez. Red Sox take a 2-0 lead. Wall ball double from Mike Aviles, the former Kansas City Royal. And it's 2-0 Boston.
Left the bat, looked like it had a chance. It was also very good base running by Gomez because he never hesitated. He knew the ball was going to be at least a home run or off the wall, and he's able to score from first base. Aviles thought he had quite enough to get it out of the ballpark, but just hitting the top of the wall. There's Gomez rounding second base. Once he reads it's going to be off the wall, he's off, and he's able to score on that big bounce.
So 1 out, a run in here for the Red Sox in the second inning. Mike Aviles standing at second base, and here's Scott Podsednik. Shoots it foul off to the left, out of play. Podsednik at .375 with a home run, 9 runs batted in. Center fielder Lorenzo Cain a step or 2 towards left center. Good sized gap out in right center field. And a pitch inside straightens him up. 5-game hitting streak for Podsednik coming in, and he's gone 3 for 8 in the series against Kansas City. On the ground left side as Escobar in the hole has no play. Took a look at third, but nothing there. And Podsednik with good speed reaches at first base with an infield hit.
Yeah, that would have been the only opportunity that he had, would have been to go to third base to try to get Aviles. And he looks in that direction. Absolutely no chance to get Podsednik and his speed down at first base.
So first and third, 1 out, a run in for the Red Sox here in the second inning. It's back up top for Pedro Siriaco as Podsednik extends that hitting streak now to 6 games. And there for strike 1. Siriaco the base hit to get it started in the first inning. He's now 5 for 10 in the series. Just continues to hit. Yeah, today leading off for the Red Sox. Podsednik batting 9th. Throw to first, and Podsednik diving back to the bag relatively close. Seven out of 9 and stolen bases on the season for Podsednik. Siriaco fouls it off to the right out of play, and it hangs at 0-2. Red Sox have lost 4 of their last 5 games and have dropped 8 of the last 11. One more game here as part of this homestand for the Red Sox, and then it is out to the West Coast. Red Sox beginning in Anaheim against the Angels. There's a pop-up back a second as the shortstop Escobar takes charge and makes the catch. Not deep enough certainly for Aviles to give it a shot, and there are 2 outs in the inning. Well, on Monday, join Tom Caron and Peter Gammons for 30 extra minutes of coverage before the Red Sox take on the Royals. They'll introduce you to prospect Jackie Bradley Jr. and get you ready for the final game of the series. Red Sox Monster Monday is presented by Bob Stores and begins live at noon. 2 down in the second inning, first and third with a run in for Jacoby Ellsbury. Flied out to center field in the first inning. Look down to third, he did not go. Third base umpire Jerry Lane. It's amazing, Jerry. The Red Sox are second in the majors with 624 runs. And they're trailing only Texas with 654 runs. Red Sox lead the majors in extra base hits with 86. Pitch is a strike over the inside corner in the month of August. 64 total doubles. But yet really not in record-wise really affecting very much. Red Sox 13.5 games back of the Yankees to begin the day. Ellsbury wraps it foul down towards the end of the Red Sox dugout and into the photographer's well.
It's been kind of strange, you know. There's games they score a bunch of runs, you know, 9, 10 runs, and they'll go a couple of games where they get 2 or 3. Look at a couple of those teams that are in contention. Tampa Bay, Baltimore. We mentioned yesterday that they're toward the bottom of the league defensively. They say pitching and defense wins. Well, they've had the pitching.
To left field, Alex Gordon moves over and makes the catch. It will end the inning. The Red Sox had a run. We play 2 from Fenway. It's 2-0 Boston. Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Tradition, history, and a commitment to everyone on our team. These are just a few of the things Eastern Bank is made of. Find out more at easternbank.com. Well, it's a beautiful day today in Boston. Blue skies above Fenway Park as the Red Sox enjoy a 2-0 lead. Mike Aviles, his wall ball double is added to that lead, and it's on to the top of the 3rd inning for Felix Doubront. He deals with 9-1-2. The Kansas City order, Tony Abreu, Lorenzo Cain, and Alcides Escobar scheduled to bat here in the 3rd inning. On the ground, left side to Aviles. He's got a long throw, but he gets it there in time. Well, before today's game, fans had the opportunity to go to the field and meet their favorite Red Sox players, part of Fan Photo Day at Fenway. Players and coaches pose for pictures with fans in attendance today. Tomorrow, fans will get the opportunity to be on the field again for Kids Run the Bases. All children with a ticket to the game will be invited to run the bases after the game. So some good photo ops for fans here today at Fenway Park. Everybody out there. One out in the 3rd for Lorenzo Cain. Cain flied out to center field in the 1st inning. That's a strike, and it's 2-1. Felix Doubront with 3 strikeouts through 2 1/3 innings. He's not walked anybody. A couple of hits. Cain will flare it foul down the right field line, out of play.
I'm glad your mood has changed. You came in kind of a touchy mood this morning.
You think so?
I think it's because of the late night last night. You had to drive all the way home and then get up early and get back in here this morning. And
I thought I was in all right mood when I arrived here today.
Huh?
I thought I was in a pretty good mood when I arrived here today.
You were not in a good mood. No, not till the game started. And then all of a sudden, bing, you turned it on.
Prior to that, it was not much fun to be around. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that. You're always fun to be around, even when you're grumpy. You know?
Full count to Lorenzo Cain. This one fouled off to the right, out of play.
I noticed things started to change when the yellow bean stuff came up.
Yes.
Brought a smile to your face.
Well, I like gifts. I enjoy gifts.
It's very obvious.
Yes.
It's very obvious.
I like gifts.
And we do get quite a few gifts up here.
We do. We will hear from James Loney next inning. As the pitch is in there. No, it's not. It's a ball, and Cain will go down to first base. Looked like a pretty good pitch, but DeBron not getting credit. First walk given up by DeBron. See where this ended up. A little bit low. Could have been called a strike, though. So Cain at first base with one out, and Alcides Escobar reached on an infield hit in the first inning. Escobar 3 for 9 in the series. And the Royals wrapping him up. He signed a 4-year contract extension with 2 club options for 2016 and 2017. Did that at the end of spring training. So the Royals are going to have Escobar for a long time. Strike over the inside corner, and it's 0-2.
That's a good player. Maintains a high batting average, can run, plays a pretty good defense at shortstop for the Kansas City Royals. Very talented player.
One hopper picked by Siriaco, and he throws it into right field. So to third base goes Cain. Escobar will reach instead of a double play ball. It's first and third with one out. They charge the air to Siriaco.
Well, he made the tough play, and the tough play was on contact. Then he just lets it fly. Pedroia cannot get even near the throw at second base. You see him straddling the bag. That's normally what you do on a throw from third base, but that was not even close to his glove.
Enter to win VIP tickets and pit passes for you and 3 friends to watch the Sylvania 300 NASCAR event at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Visit NESN.com/Sylvania to read the official rules and enter to win by September the 9th. Andy Neiman back to the Red Sox dugout with one out here in the third inning. See how costly the error for Siriaco is. First and third. Alex Gordon coming up. So DeBron's got to deal with the number 3 hitter in the Kansas City order. Gordon reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning. Stole second base, but was stranded as Felix Gibran got out of the first inning unscathed. Kansas City threatening here now in the third. Pitch 50 of the day for DeBron. And that's a strike, 1-1.
Changeup by DuBrant. Lefty against lefty going with the changeup. You don't see that very often. And a lot of times when this happens, it'll completely fool that left-handed hitter.
Gordon fouls it off himself, and it hangs at 1-2. It's time now for today's AT&T trivia question. The question today: who are the only two Royals to have 50 doubles in a season? I have the answer for you a little bit later. Lorenzo Cain at third base. Alcides Escobar at first base. Alex Gordon at 277 with runners in scoring position, even better since May the 29th. And a chance here to get the Royals on the board as they trail 2-0. Two and two. Billy Butler waiting on deck with one out here in the visiting half of the third inning. Runner goes on a fly ball. It is popped up back at third. Siriaco in foul ground will make the catch. Nice play by Siriaco. For the second out of the inning as Escobar gets back to the bag at first. He was running on the pitch.
It looked like the ball was headed out of play actually on contact, but stayed inside the ballpark and gave Siriaco a chance to make the play. So no advance by the base runners for the Royals. And the Red Sox have 2 outs in the inning now. Siriaco battling the sun.
So 2 down, first and third, and Billy Butler the batter. They struck out looking in the first inning. One of 3 Ks today for Felix DuBrant. That's a strike over the outside corner. Up over 300 in this spot during the season, and 5 out of his last 8. That's with Cain at third, Escobar across the diamond at first, 2 outs.
DuBrant thought he may have had the outside corner with this breaking ball, tried to go backdoor with it, and just missed the corner.
First one was called a strike. The second one is not. Same spot.
Same spot, a little bit lower.
That's strike 2, 1-2. Billy Butler last year with 19 home runs, 95 runs batted in, and this year 25 home runs, 81 runs driven in, and with an average of 305 coming in. And it hit at 318 in 2010. He's still just 25 years old. Swinging a foul back to the screen.
I thought Billy Butler was a little bit older than 25 years old. Not much. But he's been around a few years. Basically used as a designated hitter.
Runner goes at first on the 1-2, and Butler strikes out. Well, DuBrant picks a good time to pick up his 4th strikeout. Second time he's got Butler by way of the K. It's 2-0 Red Sox. third inning. It is 2-0. Red Sox on top of the Royals. Dustin Pedroia, Cody Ross, James Loney to bat here in the inning. Will Smith back on the mound. He gives up single runs in the first and second innings. And Dustin Pedroia gets his second look at Will Smith. He doubled off him in the first inning. Red Sox with 5 hits in the first 2 innings. This one fouled back, and the count evens at 1-1. With the double in the first inning, Dustin Pedroia has now hit safely in his last 6 games. On the ground down the third baseline, a foul ball. Picked up by Tony Abreu, but a foul ball. Covidien, a global healthcare products company, is a proud sponsor of the Red Sox Foundation, helping to address health needs in our communities. Roy grounds another one foul over by the Royals dugout on the third base side. Pedroia now, Ross next, then Loney expected here in the bottom of the third inning. To center, Lorenzo Cain in a step or two makes the catch for the first out of the third inning as we check in with Jenny.
Don, first baseman James Loney was the lone major leaguer in yesterday's blockbuster trade that got sent over to the Red Sox. And at age 28, he was hitting .254 coming into tonight and said that he's excited for his Red Sox debut.
I'm excited. This has always been one of my favorite parks. You know, we got to come here in 2010 to play. It was fun. You know, just everything about the atmosphere here. You know, the fans are great here. You know, you got a lot of support, and it's a good atmosphere. I don't know about how these colors fit me, so, but I'm gonna get used to them. You know, I like them.
General Manager Ben Cherington said Loney's a good defender, he's very durable, and he's played a lot. We think he's got a good swing for Fenway Park. Jerry, the GM, also went on to say, I think he's excited to hit in a different ballpark.
Now, Dodger Stadium is not one that is conducive to hitting home runs. It's not a hitter's ballpark, and certainly that's not the case here at Fenway.
That division is kind of tough. You had Petco Park in there too.
Get some big ballparks in that division.
And you read about durability. Led the National League with 752 games, 6th most in the majors. From the start of his first full major league season in 2008, 752 games. And one of 4 players to appear in at least 158 games in each of the last 4 years. So he is in there every day. Been able to avoid injury. Two-two to Cody Ross. And a grounder foul. Full count to Cody Ross. Strike 3 call. Ross does not like the call at all, and he's going to tell Corey Blazer about it. It's the first strikeout for Will Smith.
Yeah, Cody thought that ball was outside. We'll get probably another look at it here on replay. The Amica Pig Zone. And it does appear to be outside. The 7th pitch of the at bat to Cody Ross.
It's almost like he said, I might have been outside. You might be right.
Yeah.
Did you see that? The way that kind of ended, he walked away and said, okay.
And they do say that. There are times, and it happens on occasion, where an umpire will say, I missed it, and all you can say is, okay. You know, I mean,
what are you going to do after that?
Nothing. You turn your head and you walk back to the dugout.
A one pitch to Loney will miss. Starts to argue, and then all of a sudden, umpire kind of acknowledges. And he get the okay, and he walks away. So perhaps acknowledging that he missed that one as his pitch is in there for a strike. And it's 1-2. Four in a row retired by Will Smith. One hopper picked at second by Giavitella. And he'll throw to first base for the out that retires James Loney. And the Red Sox are gone in the third. We played 3-2 Boston. Organization. Thousands of kids have had the chance to catch a Sox game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Today we welcome the Gorham, Maine Special Olympics from Gorham, Maine. Dunkin' Donuts committed to the community. It is Maine Day here at Fenway Park. Adrian Bennett, Director of Communications, the Office of the Governor of Maine. Of course, Governor LePage. And Adrian, thanks for coming up. Nice to see you.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Maine Day here at Fenway Park.
It is. It is. It's a great day.
A lot of great fans from Maine. Red Sox Nation certainly extending to Maine. We get the LLB people who have been here today. And
we sure do.
All kinds of folks from Maine here in the house.
Yeah, we actually have a nice couple things for you. This is actually from Linda Bean's new restaurant up in Maine.
Very nice. Larry the Lobster, who's alive.
Fresh Maine lobster. It's a live lobster for you guys.
Very alive.
Yeah.
See, Don eats it just like that. He doesn't even cook it.
I would prefer to boil Larry here. Maybe a little bit later.
Well, you can. You can. It's a great Maine lobster. We're telling people, come on up, get your lobster. It's real cheap right now. We have an abundance of them. And
well, it's a good lobster year, is it?
It is. It is.
To third base, Siriaco fires across for the out. Larry's not happy here, is he?
Whoa!
Larry just attacked my scorecard. You got Larry? All right.
I got Larry.
There we go. Okay.
You want Larry?
Sure, I'll take it.
Hold on to Larry.
All right.
Take it for a while.
Larry just all of a sudden, I was going to do my scorecard, and Larry did not want to be part of the scorecard. Just kind of leaped out of my hand and bounced off the.
I think Larry knows that you want to have him later.
He heard the Boyle thing.
Yeah,
Maybe he took it first.
Not too happy about it.
Yeah.
Larry. Take it easy, Larry.
You want me to take him, Jerry?
Sure.
There you go.
So 1 out in the inning as Jeff Francoeur bats.
He can't get you.
No, I know. I'm not afraid of Larry.
He's got the rubber bands.
He's afraid of everything.
No, I'm fine with Larry. I just didn't want him on my scorecard.
All right.
So anyway,
We'll pull Larry back up.
tell us about what's going on in Maine. Fans, as far as tourism goes, there's tons to do in Maine.
There is a ton to do, and if you get a chance to come on up to Maine, we'd love to have you. There's lots to do. We're known as vacation land, but we're also looking for businesses to come to. And if you're looking, to expand or to, just have a good time, come on up. We would love to have you. And like I said, lobster is real inexpensive right now, and a lot of people love lobster. Maine lobster is renowned throughout the United States, throughout the world, really. And we're happy to provide a quality product. Something else we have, too, we've got wild Maine blueberries. They're in season right now, so we've got some here for you. And in a pint, you've got about 800 to 1,000 of these things.
Wow.
And it's a good memory booster. So...
we could use that.
If you need that.
Oh, it's a memory booster. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
really?
Blueberries are very good for you. Very good antioxidants. These are from Blue Sky Produce, and they're from family-owned farms, very small farms in Addison, Calais, Jonesport, and Waltham. So, we have a lot of good produce. We are happy to be a natural resource-based economy. We've got a lot of farmers, up in Maine, obviously, but we've got the ocean too, just like you do here. But
a lot of good beaches.
We do have a lot of them, and it's just good time. Come on up if you can.
Well, the days here for each New England state have been outstanding, well received, and certainly Maine Day here today at Fenway Park. And I know a lot of pregame stuff involved. A lot of people from Maine as well here today.
Yeah, we had the national anthem singer, Michaela Boissonat, and she was wonderful. She was really, really good. And a lot of people here from the Mitchell Institute. I know you have a section here for those folks. A lot of kids here at the ball game today, having a good time. So a lot of Mainers.
And, of course, the Red Sox AA team in Portland with the Sea Dogs, so very close attachment there with Red Sox Nation.
Yeah, we have that tie, so it's really nice. And once in a while we get some players, the big names coming on down to say hi and, get back, to get back into the swing of things, if you will.
A lot of players rehabbing with the Sea Dogs during the course of the year. Seems like especially this year, both in Pawtucket and in Portland. This is into right field, a base hit for Johnny Giavitella.
Can I ask you where Larry has gone?
Larry went up.
Oh, Larry went back up. Oh, okay.
Somewhere in your bag or something?
Last time I had him in my hand, and
he just disappeared.
Larry left.
Larry's gone. Hopefully he's not out there because someone will be very upset. So it is 2 outs here and a runner at first base. I don't know what happened there. Everything was under control. I went to fill in my scorecard, and Larry did not want to help.
Well, you said
he
Boyle.
just took off. I think the Boyle thing did upset Larry.
I don't blame him.
Yeah. So lead runner at first base, Giavitella with 2 outs, and Hosmer, the batter, as Dubron goes back to working from the stretch. This is lined into center field, a base hit for Hosmer, and all of a sudden it is runners at first and second.
And Hosmer's handled left-handers pretty well in this series against the Red Sox. Line shot right back up the middle over the head of Dubron. And with 2 outs, the Royals trying to do some damage as they have a couple of base runners.
Adrian Bennett, thanks so much for coming up. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Enjoy Maine Day, and thanks for
meeting you.
We will. Thanks for celebrating it with us.
Thanks for bringing Larry, too. That's great.
Absolutely. We'll leave him here for you.
All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
All right. You're welcome.
That is 2-0 Red Sox on top here, but Kansas City threatening with 2 outs in the 4th inning, and Tony Abreu coming up. Outfield set up straight away. And there for a strike over the inside corner. swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt as Abreu gets fooled and is down 0-2.
Change up that time from DeBron, down bouncing it, and Abreu chases it. So quickly DeBron ahead, no balls and 2 strikes.
Line to left and in for a base hit. Giovatello be sent around. The throw from left field is on target. Lavarnway doesn't get it there in time, and Giovatello gets in. Lavarnway received the baseball, applied the tag, but it's too late. Giovatello's in, and it's now 2-1 as the Royals get a run. And the runners move up to second and third.
Yeah, good strong throw by Scott Pasednik out there in left field. He's got the ball just as Giovatello tags third base, but the throw's going to be to just a shade to the first base side. That's going to give enough room for that foot to get in to home plate. Feet first to slide into home plate. It gets the plate before the tag. And the Royals are on the board. All is coming with 2 outs in the 4th inning.
Well, don't miss out on the 100th anniversary season of Fenway Park. The action continues in September as the Toronto Blue Jays visit Fenway Park for a weekend series. September 7th through September 9th. Get your tickets now for all these games at redsox.com/tickets. Randy Neiman's been spending a good amount of time on the mound over the last couple of days. And back out to talk to DeBron, who goes to work on his laces. He is 73 pitches deep here through 3 2/3, and a run is now in. And Kansas City with runners at second and third, threatening for more here in the 4th inning. Lorenzo Cain, the center fielder who has flied out to center and walked. Is driven to left field. This is trouble. Back by the wall and gone. Up over it. That is a 3-run home run for Lorenzo Cain, his 5th of the year. Line drive shot just up over the monster seats and back in again. And Kansas City, just like that, takes a 4-2 lead.
This is a line shot on a fastball right there by DuBron, and Cain clears it out, his 5th of the season. John Martin, our cameraman, almost got clipped by that line drive. I think it did get a piece of him.
Now City's Escobar, the batter. Well, 2 quick outs in the inning, but 3 straight singles, a run scored, then a 3-run home run for Lorenzo Cain, and all of a sudden it is 4-2 Kansas City on top. Escobar takes a pitch outside. Nobody warming yet in the Red Sox pen. Last thing Bobby Valentine wants to do is get into the pen here in the 4th inning. Daisuke Matsuzaka scheduled to pitch tomorrow against Luke Hochevar, and not really sure how long Daisuke can go tomorrow either, so no, you have to worry about today. Pitch will miss, and it's 3-1. Over the last 5 games, Boston bullpen has pitched a total of 23 innings. Vicente Padilla has pitched in 4 of the last 5. Tazawa working the most innings of the group, 100 pitches. Andrew Bailey picked up his first save on Friday. For the game, Bobby Valentine saying he is just not available today. After 3 straight, as Escobar goes down to first base on a walk. Second walk given up by DuBron, and Clayton Mortensen is first up.
Got two guys at the end of the bullpen, maybe not available today. Padilla and Bailey, both who have worked quite a bit recently.
Andrew Miller allowed 4 runs last night. Has worked the least of the group out there, but last night, season high 29 pitches. And the Red Sox, who are without Alfredo Aceves, suspended last night by the team for conduct detrimental to the team. As Alex Gordon stands in and takes strike 1.
Second day of the 3-day suspension for Aceves.
Alex Gordon reached on a fielder's choice in the first, fouled out to third base in the 3rd inning. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-1. There goes a runner at first, and the pitch in there for a strike. The throw is going to be in the center field. And to third base goes Escobar. Stolen base and likely an E2.
Stolen base number 26 on the season for Escobar. The throw's going to sail here on Laverne Way. As you can see it take off the glove of Vilas, and on the third base goes Escobar. So with 2 outs, this inning has really turned into a mess for the Red Sox.
4 quick runs for Kansas City. They're looking for more. And again, all of this coming with 2 outs in the inning. There's a stolen base and an error charge to Laverne Way. Red Sox 2 miscues so far today. It's Gordon with a swing and a miss, and DeBrant strikes him out. But a 4-run top of the 4th inning for the Royals. They take a 4-2 lead. Are proud to be a part of an industry that has helped treat, cure, and eradicate life-threatening diseases. Well, main day here at Fenway Park. And the Kansas City Royals score 4 quick runs in the top half of the 4th inning to take a 4-2 lead into the bottom of the 4th. Will Smith now has a lead for the first time today. Ryan Lavarnway leading it off. Mauro Gomez and Mike Aviles. Barnway popped out to the first baseman, Eric Hosmer, in the second inning. Grounds one to deep third base. Abreu with a long throw, but gets it there in plenty of time. Nice play by Abreu for the first out of the fourth inning.
They had a very long throw to make and threw an absolute strike to Hosmer over at first base to get that out. Turned what could have been a difficult play into a very easy play, did Abreu.
6 in a row retired by Will Smith. One out in the fourth inning, and it brings up Mauro Gomez. After a 4-hit performance last night, including his first major league home run, today he has walked in his first plate appearance. On the ground, left side. Again, it's Abreu. Plants and throws, and he's been up to the task twice in the inning. 2 down. Live now, it's Radio BDC. Tune in to Boston.com streaming radio to hear the latest alternative music and get the inside scoop on events in and around Boston. 2 outs in the home half of the fourth inning, and Mike Aviles coming up. Mike with an RBI double in the second inning. Aviles coming to the Red Sox trade deadline of last year from the Royals for infielder Yamaiko Navarro. Ground ball right side. Johnny Giavitello to his right. Will Smith with a 1-2-3 inning is now all of a sudden retired 8 in a row. 4-2 Kansas City at the end of 4. Eastern Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox television network. Tradition, history, and a commitment to everyone on our team. These are just a few of the things Eastern Bank is made of. Find out more at easternbank.com. Just a beautiful day today in Boston. Weather conditions have been terrific. Blue skies here, no clouds to speak of. Now the Red Sox right now heading into the fifth inning, trailing 4-2 to the Kansas City Royals. Back out on the mound is Felix Doubront for the top of the fifth. And leading it off for Kansas City is Billy Butler. He's had no success against Doubront as he drives one down the right field line that makes its way foul. Butler striking out looking in the first inning, struck out swinging in the third. Billy Butler broke his bat and waits for a new one to come in. Red Sox do have action in the pen. Last inning was Clayton Mortensen. Now it is Pedro Vieto, who was just called up. He was part of the Kelly Shopping deal involving the Mets. And was called up today because the bullpen really has been so taxed. So Vieto is starting to warm up in his first day in a Red Sox uniform.
It seems like it's been a move or two a day for the last 4 or 5 days.
Last night it was like 3.
A lot of moves yesterday.
Butler sending it down the right field line again as it slices foul. Pitching line for Felix Dubron, brought to you by Ace Ticket. 4+ innings, 6 hits, 4 runs. All coming in the top of the 4th inning. Walked 2, struck out 6. Make it 7 as Butler strikes out for the 3rd time today. 1 down in the 5th inning.
He's got him on a fastball back in the 1st inning and then twice now on curveballs. Strikeout high for DeBron in the season's 9, which he's done a couple of times. Heading in that direction this afternoon.
So 1 down here in the 5th inning, and it brings up Salvador Perez. Single in the 2nd inning, grounded out to third base in the 4th. 1 for 2. Little number that will go foul. Red Sox getting a run in the 1st, a run in the 2nd, but Kansas City with 4 in the 4th inning. Fly ball to right field. Cody Ross coming in. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out of the 5th.
The Amica Pitch Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Amica Insurance is not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. And Dubron finished the first 4 innings with strikeouts. Butler on a fastball, a breaking ball to Hosmer. Breaking ball to Butler. And a breaking ball to Gordon.
Foul ball down the right field line off the bat of Jeff Francoeur. Nice grab on the fly down there. Francoeur 0 for 2. He struck out swinging in the 2nd inning, went looking in the 4th inning. And the strike over the outside corner. .96 pitches for Felix Dubron today. Last time he went over 100 pitches, you got to go back to July 29th. One problem that Dubron has had this season is really getting deep into games. 97 pitches, good for 4 2/3 innings so far today. And a grounder down the third baseline. Siriaco on the run, gets it there. Nice play by Siriaco Dubron has 1, 2, 3, fifth. We're halfway through this one. It's 4-2 Kansas City. As the Red Sox like to have a little better results for you so far today. The Royals have a 4-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Sox go to work here as Scott Podsednik leads it off in the last of the fifth. He singled in the second inning, 1 for 1 today. It's one of the 5 Boston hits. To center field, Lorenzo Cain back a few steps to haul it in for the first out of the inning. It's now 9 in a row retired by Will Smith. Whether you're watching the game at the park or at home, Eastern Bank's mobile banking lets you access your account from wherever you are. Just one more way Eastern Bank is making banking easier. Learn more at easternbank.com. One out in the fifth. And the top of the Red Sox order, Pedro Ciriaco, 1 for 2 today. Singled in the first inning and scored. Popped out to shorty in the second as he showed bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. Ciriaco hits one high and deep to left field, and that ball is gone. Pedro Ciriaco's second home run in a Red Sox uniform, and it's a one-run game. It's now 4-3. Breaks up a string of 9 in a row, retired by Will Smith.
Now, Pedro Ciriaco at times has had difficulty with breaking balls, but when you leave one out over the plate like this one, he absolutely crushed this ball. Curveball that stayed about thigh high, and Ciriaco picks up his second home run as a member of the Red Sox.
Multi-hit games in 4 straight games now for Ciriaco. Ellsbury takes strike 1. Hess and Hess Express, proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson during the 2012 season. Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Pediatric Trauma Program at Children's Hospital Boston for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. On the ground right side into right field, a base hit. Ellsbury splitting Giovitella and Hosmer on the right side of the infield. Throw goes to first, and Ellsbury is just back. And of course, he's got that great arm in right field. He's not afraid to use it.
Now, that's the one thing about a base hit to right field. You got to be very careful on how far you round the bag, because if you got a guy in right field that can throw and likes to throw like Francoeur does, he's going to try this. Back safely, though, is Ellsbury.
One out and one on, a run in. Dustin Pedroia, the batter. Dustin with a double in the first inning. Flied out to center field in the third, a 1-for-2 day. Ground ball towards third base. Abreu with a bobble. Throw to first is in time. Oh. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh. He was well off the bag. Hosmer pulled his foot. He came off the bag to retrieve that throw. Jerry Lane, the crew chief, makes his way over from third base. Dan Bellino, the first base umpire, I think flat missed it. And Bobby Valentine's tossed. Fifth time that he has been ejected. And he's not going quietly. Not only did he beat it, I don't think his foot was on the bag.
That's a whole season of frustration coming out right there of Bobby Valentine, and you can't blame him. This is a horrible call at first base. He beat it, and the foot was off the bag.
So 2 down, Ellsbury in scoring position, representing the tying run. Cody Ross 1 for 2 today, RBI single back in the first inning. That's outside, 2-0. Will Smith, who's given up a solo shot here to Pedro Siriaco, that brings the Red Sox within a run.
Should be first and second right now with 1 out.
Taking off at third is Ellsbury. The pitch is strike and the throw. He is safe at third base. 90 feet away with a tying run.
Now Jacoby picks up his 9th steal, likes to steal third base. Actually from a standstill position that time. Good throw by Salvador Perez, but not in time to get Ellsbury.
3 stolen bases in the last 4 games for Jacoby Ellsbury. Chance here for Cody Ross, waiting on a 2-1. Looks like Gibran is done. Nieto in the pen. Looks like he'll be coming in. DeBron at 98 pitches through 5. 3-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Ross grounds it foul.
I love the way Valentine got thrown out of that game like that. You knew he was going to go because the call was so bad. And then he hesitated for a while and went back and got his money's worth.
Outside ball 4, and Cody Ross down to first base. Second walk given up by Smith. So they're at the corners now, 2 down. Dave Island, the pitching coach, looking on here for Kansas City. Smith had 78 pitches, and James Loney a chance here. First 2 at bats in a Red Sox uniform. He has grounded out twice. First time into a double play, and last time up, grounded out to second base. Ellsbury at third, Ross at first, 2 outs in the 5th. Loney grounds one back up the middle into center field, a base hit. From third comes Ellsbury to tie the game. For James Loney, his first hit and first RBI in a Red Sox uniform. We're all tied at 4.
He was not going to wait around that time against the left-hander. First pitch fastball, ground ball up the middle for the base hit. For Loney, his 34th RBI of the season, his first as a member of the Red Sox.
Dave Island, the pitching coach, out to the mound here with runners at first and second now. 2 down in the inning. And Ryan Lavarnway coming up. Kansas City has action for the first time in their pen. A right-hander is up. Jeremy Jeffress, who we did not see in last night's game. Only Royal reliever we did not see. Well, tomorrow afternoon, immediately following Red Sox first pitch, join us for Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by Uno's with TC, Peter, and Jenny at 1. They'll preview Daisuke Matsuzaka's return to the Red Sox rotation, the series finale with the Royals. Plus, Peter breaks down the American League wildcard race. Live coverage begins at 12 with Monster Monday right here on NESN. Ryan Lavarnway, the batter. Ross at second, Loney at first base, 2 down. Outside for ball 2, 2-0. Ball 3, 3-0. And a close pitch. Pedro Ciriaco part of this attack here in the 5th inning. He homered a solo shot. Well, Lavarnway taking all the way, takes strike 1. In the air to right field. Jeff Francoeur back a few steps. Makes the catch that ends the inning, but the Red Sox score twice in the inning as Bobby Valentine gets the Red Sox fired up. James Loney, now a member of the Red Sox, able to drive in a run, ties the game. 4-4 from Fenway.
Rapid fire wit as she discusses Hollywood gossip and celebrity blunders live on stage at Foxwood Resort Casino's MGM Grand Theater, Saturday, November 10th. For tickets, visit foxwoods.com. Foxwoods is the official resort casino of the Boston Red Sox.
4-4 game as we head now to the top half of the sixth inning. Red Sox tie it up with a pair of runs in the bottom of the fifth. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford Dealers. And in his Red Sox debut, Pedro Beato into the game now for the Red Sox. His 8th appearance, 7 of them coming with the Mets early this year. And of course, he was part of the Kelly Shoppick deal. 10.38 earned run average. Opponent sitting at 278 against Beato. Takes over for Felix Doubront on the first 5 innings today. And Doubront will not be part of the decision today. 6 hits, 4 runs. He walked 2 and struck out 7. He threw 98 pitches. Johnny Giavotella will be the first batter that Beato faces. Giavotella 1 for 2 today. He's flied out to center and singled to right field. He scored the first Kansas City run. Beato was acquired by the Red Sox from the Mets on August 16th. They completed the trade for Kelly Shoppick. He had appeared in 2 games in relief for the Pawtucket Red Sox since the acquisition. 3 scoreless innings and had 6 strikeouts with the Paw Sox. Over the last 2 seasons with the Mets, he's had a 2-1 record with a 4.67 earned run average. The major league level. This one fouled off the end of the bat, and it hangs at 1-2.
Yato with a fastball, a breaking ball, and a splitter.
Fly ball hit out towards left center field. On the run is Jacoby Ellsbury, and he'll track it down. One out in the 6th inning. Let's get a game break with Tom Caron. TC. Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Inside Fenway Park, game tied 4-4 at the moment with one out. Eric Hosmer, the batter. First baseman for the Royals has struck out looking and singled to center field, a 1-for-2 day. Ground ball right side, Pedroia to his left. 2 down in the 6th. Ever wonder what it's like to be an NESN Game Day producer? We're going to give you one lucky fan a chance to see the broadcast from every angle, including spending an inning with us right here in the broadcast booth. Don't miss out on this one-of-a-kind experience. To be a NESN producer for a day, visit NESN.com/producer to enter today. Had you been here today, you may have been part of what you could see on When Animals Attack.
Hey, you know,
by a lobster
there's
here
a
in the
couple
booth.
of boxes of lobsters up back, you know.
Are they really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Bunt bid by Tony Abreu, but he fouls it off. Could have been on an episode of When Animals Attack. Had the lobster in the hand as I was trying to do the scorecard, and then he just jumped out. He was ready to jump out of the booth. What he was trying to do was bite my hand, I think, Jerry, at that point. Of course, the rubber bands will restrict him from doing so. This one is live foul down by the tarp.
I bet I know what you're going to have for dinner tonight when you get back.
If the boxes are in the back of the booth, there's a real good shot it's going to be lobster.
There are. They are in the back of the booth.
How many boxes are we talking?
2.
Pitch outside, and it is 1-2.
Shouldn't they be refrigerated?
Oh, they're not?
Well, they're in the back of the booth.
Well, I'm just thinking there's maybe refrigeration in there. Swing and a miss as Abreu strikes out. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Beato in his first outing in a Red Sox uniform, a scoreless inning. Game tied 4-4. Sunlight Financial. They'll have highlights from the final round of Barclays. Plus, we'll take a look ahead of the Patriots' final preseason game on Wednesday against the Giants. All this and much more on NESN Daily tonight at 10, only on NESN. Last half of the sixth inning, game tied 4-4 as the shadows encompass the home plate area. Well, Gomez to lead it off here for the Sox. Will Smith back on the mound as he gives up a pair of runs in the last half of the fifth inning. It's up to 86 pitches in his outing. Mauro Gomez walked and scored in the second, grounded out to third base in the fourth inning. On the ground to his left is Escobar, and he gets through him into left field.
Well, the Red Sox will try to take advantage of a break right here. This probably goes an error on Escobar, his 16th of the season. Right between the legs. And Gomez at first base with nobody out.
It is an error, and the first of the day for Kansas City. Now Mike Aviles doubled to drive in a run in the second inning, grounded out to second base in the fourth. Action for Kansas City in the pen. The Worcester native Tim Collins is up in the pen. Aviles into left field, a base hit out of the reach of Tony Abreu. And Gomez takes second base. Second hit of the day for the Red Sox shortstop.
Had a double back in the second inning to drive in a run, the second run of the game for the Red Sox. Now gets the change up and is able to hook that ball quickly by Abreu. And that might be the afternoon for Smith.
And Yost making the move here. 2 on, nobody out in the sixth inning for the Red Sox. The pitching change from Fenway Park. waterborne stain that will transform your home into the envy of your entire block. Find Arbor Coat at your local Benjamin Moore retailer. 4-4 score as we head here now into the last of the 6 with 2 on, nobody out, new pitcher in, and that's Sednick trying to bunt it, and he will bunt it foul.
He's been asked to sacrifice quite a bit recently and has been very successful in doing that job. First and second, nobody out. You see the numbers for Tim Collins. We've seen plenty of him in this series so far.
59th appearance of the year, 4-2 with a 3.10 earned run average. Opponents hitting under 200 against him at 199. Bunch of strikeouts for Collins. And Sednick trying to bunt it again and fouls it off. Unable to get it down in 2 tries. In the air to left field. Alex Gordon is out there. And he'll put it away for the first out of the inning. Let's send it down to Jenny.
Worcester, Massachusetts native Tim Collins was drafted out of Worcester Tech High School back in 2007 by the Blue Jays, and now a member of the Royals. The reliever talks about being back at his hometown ballpark.
Being here for 4 days, it's basically trying to fit as much as possible as you can in 4 days into just 0 time. So, I mean, it's hectic, but it's fun. I get to see my family. You know, friends get to come out and watch me pitch, and so it's hectic, but it's fun.
Collins is 4-2 with a 3.10 ERA out of the KC bullpen. And Jerry, last night he upped his season strikeout total to 83, which tops American League relievers.
Yeah, you know, and he's not a big guy, but he's certainly got a big fastball. There's no question about that. There's a good changeup right there. I mean, the guy throws 95, 96. Can mix in that changeup at 80 as he just did right here to Siriaco. It also has the good breaking ball.
Back to back, and it's 0-2. More action for Kansas City in the pen behind him. They've got a right-hander up, Aaron Crow. We saw as part of last night's game. Will Smith responsible for the runners on. Mauro Gomez at second base. Mike Aviles at first base with 1 out here in the 6th inning. There's strike 3. Siriaco takes with him the first strikeout for Tim Collins. 2 down.
Those 3 real good pitches by Collins. A couple of changeups and that fastball to the outside corner. All 3 pitches right on that outside corner.
Jacoby Ellsbury with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Ellsbury flied out to center in the first, lined out to left in the second, singled and scored in the 5th inning. Two for 3 against Collins. There's Jacoby Ellsbury with 2 on and 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Line off the glove of Hosmer at first base into right field. Here comes Gomez from second. The throw is not going to be in time, and the Red Sox take a 5-4 lead. It looked like Hosmer was going to make that play, but instead it goes off his glove. Taking third is Aviles as Ellsbury drives in the go-ahead run.
Well, a couple of breaks for the Red Sox in this inning. First of all, Gomez reaching on the error to start the inning off. Now Jacoby with a line drive that goes right off the top of the glove of Hosmer at first base. That'll go as a base hit, I'm sure. And the Red Sox take the lead in this ball game.
Ellsbury twisting his ankle coming out of the box. Back left looked like.
Oh, yeah, it just rolled over on him, his left ankle.
It's 5-4 Red Sox on top now as the Royals change pitchers again. Third base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Aaron Crow, the new right-hander. Let's strike one into Dustin Pedroia.
Those shadows becoming a bit of an issue in front of home plate right now.
'57th appearance for Crow, 2-1, 3.46 earned run average, 53 Ks in 52 innings. The starting pitcher, Will Smith, still responsible for base runner. He's responsible for Mike Aviles, who's at third base, who's been charged with a run in. Right now is on the hook with the Red Sox on top 5-4. Strike 2.
Yeah, Pedroia thought that pitch might have been high. Take a look at the Amica pit zone. And it was a little bit high.
Ellsbury takes off, a grounder back to the mound. Crow's got it. He will flip the first for the out. That ends the inning. But the Red Sox take the lead 5-4 at the end of 6. Red Sox Extra Innings Live with TC, Jim, Peter, and Jenny. Have a breakdown of Felix Dubron's outing, including his take on today's performance, plus catch Bobby Valentine's thoughts on Game 3 of the series from the Fenway interview room. It's all coming up right after the game on WB Mason, Red Sox Extra Innings Live. 5-4, Red Sox on top now as we start the 7th inning. Dustin Pedroia continued his rant at Corey Blazer, the home plate umpire, for the strike 2 call. That he's blaming Blazer for the ground out afterwards, and of course we know strike 2 then causes the problem with strike 3. You don't forget it doesn't go away.
Well, it's been a frustrating afternoon for Pedroia. He was involved in that play at first base also, where he should have been safe. Then he has a pitch called on him that's not a strike.
This one fouled off to the right, out of play. Home plate umpire Corey Blazer today. The missed call at first, Dan Bellino, the first base umpire. Kane fouls it off down the third baseline. Second inning of relief for Beato, who came in here, make his Red Sox debut at a 1-2-3 6th inning, and back out there for the 7th. With the Red Sox now on top 5-4. Chop to third base. Siriaco's got it. Throw a little bit off the mark, but Loney at first base able to retrieve it for the first down. Time out for the Ace Ticket out of town scoreboard. The Yankees have a 4-2 lead over the Indians in the top of the 9th. Anderson hitting his 33rd home run of the year as part of that lead for New York. 5-2, the Tigers beat the Los Angeles Angels today at Comerica Park in Detroit. Max Scherzer with his 14th win of the year. Now Alcides Escobar takes a strike over the outside corner. Escobar's been aboard 3 times today. Reached on a single in the first, reached on an error in the third, and then walked in the 4th inning. up and in, and that'll put Escobar down onto his hip pockets.
No purpose pitch here on the 0-2 count. And down to the backside goes Escobar. As if they come back with a breaking ball. No, back inside.
And a swing and a miss. Strikes out Escobar. Second strikeout for Beato. 2 down here in the 7th inning. It's time out for the answer to today's AT&T trivia question. Who are the only 2 Royals to have 50 doubles in a season? And the answer is Hal McRae and Billy Butler. McRae owns the franchise record with 54 doubles in 1977, which led the AL. Butler became the second Royal to reach the mark when he had 51 in 2009. Alex Gordon entering today's game with 41 doubles, which leads the American League. If he maintains the lead, he'd become the 5th Royal to lead the league, joining McRae, George Brett, Amos Otis, and Lou Piniella. 2 outs in the 7th. 9 in a row retired by Red Sox pitching. And this one's back up the middle, and diving is Aviles. Gets up, makes the throw, but no chance to get Alex Gordon. It's played by Aviles anyway, and Gordon is aboard with a 2-out base hit.
Now Gordon extends his hitting streak now to 4 games with this base hit up the middle. Nice effort put on by Aviles, but no chance at first base as Gordon is just kind of cruising down there knowing he had a base hit.
Billy Butler, the batter, had a tough day today against Dubront as he struck out 3 times. 3 of the 7 strikeouts for Dubront today. Butler went looking in the 1st, swinging in the 3rd, swinging in the 5th. So the 1st, and back is Gordon. There goes Gordon. The pitch is in the dirt. Lavarnway's throw is going to be in time. Alex Gordon caught trying to steal. Ends the top of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch. Red Sox on top 5-4.
Nissan. Just 2 days after being activated from the DL, Jose Bautista is headed back there due to discomfort in his left wrist. He was originally injured on July 16th. And the Braves have placed Ben Sheets on the DL with shoulder inflammation. The 34-year-old who returned to the majors after a 2-year absence is 4-4 this season. And Andre Ethier tied a Dodgers franchise record with his 10th straight hit last night. His 7th-inning single also broke the Los Angeles mark for consecutive hits. Ethier is just 2 shy of the Major League record of 12. Don?
Jay, thank you very much. As we move along here to the bottom of the 7th inning back at Fenway Park. Ryan LaVarnway throwing out Alex Gordon to end last inning.
And what a throw by LaVarnway. I mean, this is right on the money, down on the bag. All Pedroia is going to do is catch it and apply the tag for the out. Pitch was down in the zone. Not an easy pitch for LaVarnway to throw. But he makes an excellent throw to second base to get the out.
New pitcher for Kansas City, Jeremy Jefferson, to the game. Comes the 4th pitcher of the day for KC. 8th appearance, not allowed a run in 6 innings. 7 strikeouts, 5 walks, and opponents hitting at .217. Cody Ross will lead it off for the Red Sox here in the 7th inning. So Aaron Crow ends up going a 1/3 of an inning, gets a final out of the 6th inning, and that is it. First pitch to Cody Ross is going to miss outside, ball 1. Ross tried to hold up, but he goes after it, and it's 2-1.
Again, becoming more and more difficult to see at home plate with that shadow creeping out toward the pitcher right now. Almost in darkness at home plate, but bright lights on the pitcher.
Swing and a miss, and Bevens at 2-2. Cody Ross starting the day with 19 home runs. Most since his career high 24 home runs back in 2009. Tim Bogar right now at the helm. Bobby Valentine ejected for the 5th time this season, a little earlier. To center field. Lorenzo Cain coming in, but it'll drop in for a base hit. Cody Ross on to start the bottom of the 7th inning.
Sounded a little bit like it was toward the end of the bat for Cody Ross. A fastball at 96 miles an hour. But he's able to drop it in front of Cain to pick up the base hit and get the leadoff man on here in the 7th for the Red Sox.
Lead runner on for James Loney. And his first hit in a Red Sox uniform in the 5th inning. Drove in his first run. On the ground right side, Giavotella, second base, will throw to first and retire Loney for the first out of the 7th inning. Ross takes second base. For the best deals on great seats, visit Ace Ticket or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. Ross at second, 1 out. Ryan LaVarnway coming up. 0 for 3 day for the Red Sox catcher. Popped out at first in the 2nd. He grounded out to third base in the 4th inning and fly to right in the 5th. Foul down the right field line, out of play. Varnway made his season debut with the Red Sox back on the 2nd of August. And 8 for 49 since joining the Red Sox. Jeffers called up on August the 1st by Kansas City Royals from AAA Omaha. Made 37 relief appearances for the Storm Chasers. Was 5-4 with a 4.97 earned run average. Is 0-2. Lavarnway to right field, an opposite field base hit. Ross being stopped at third base as the throw cut off. We're dealing with Jeff Francoeur in right field. And be careful with that arm of Francoeur. So stopping at third base is Ross with one out.
Now the combination of the hard line drive and Francoeur in right field, that's going to hold Ross at third base. Nice piece of hitting there by Lavarnway, who has thrown out a runner at second base today. Now picks up the base hit.
First and third, one out, and Moro Gomez coming up. He's been on twice without the benefit of a base hit today. Walked and scored in the 2nd. Grounded out in the 4th, reached on an error, and scored a run in the 6th inning after his 4-hit performance here last night. Outside, ball 3, and it's 3-0. Royals have scored in 1 inning. They got all their runs in the 4th inning. Red Sox single runs in the 1st and 2nd, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and threatening here in the 7th. That is ball 4. The bases are loaded. Second walk of the day drawn by Moro Gomez. Dave Island, the pitching coach, coming out with 1 out in the inning and the bases loaded. Up in the pen, Francisco Bueno, we saw in last night's game. Red Sox Nation, if you need medical care at Fenway Park, visit the Beth Israel Deaconess First Aid Stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org. So bases loaded, 1 out. Chance for the Red Sox to obtain some insurance here on top by a run. Mike Aviles, the former Kansas City Royal, coming up. Aviles with a couple of hits already today. Mike with a double in the 2nd inning, a single in the 6th with an RBI. And again, the batter very much in the shadows here right now, looking out at the pitcher who's in the bright sunshine. 1 for 4 this season is Mike Aviles, and a .323 hitter with the bases loaded in his career. This one popped up, foul ground down the first baseline as Hosmer goes as far as he can. One of the interesting things about the end of this game is who is available to be the Red Sox closer.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Bobby Valentine say that Morales would be available out there today to work out of the bullpen?
One pitch and a swing and a miss, 1-2.
I think I may be mistaken because I don't see him sitting out there.
Lanson has closed games in the past. Andrew Bailey working 3 straight days in a row. 1-2 pitch will miss inside. Certainly love to get some more runs here before you have to worry about it later in the game. Two pitch to Mike Aviles. And a swing and a miss. Aviles strikes out 94 on the fastball. 2 outs in the 7th.
There's that fastball inside part of the plate. No contact by Aviles. Leaves the bases loaded. And now it's up to Posednik to try to do something here with 2 outs.
Sednick with a single in the 2nd. Sanseni is flied out to center, flied out to left. And a grounder sharply hit off of Escobar. And the Red Sox will get a run. From third comes Cody Ross, and the Red Sox take a 6-4 lead. Escobar, who was charged with an error last inning, can't come up with this ball at shortstop this inning.
He'll probably get charged with another error, even though the ball is hit hard. That's a ball that could be handled right there and could have been the end of the inning. Instead, an extra run for the Red Sox.
It is an error. His 2nd in the last 2 innings. So the Red Sox now with a 6-4 lead. Bases reloaded for Pedro Siriaco. 2-hit day for Siriaco. He singled in the 1st inning and homered in the 5th. Fouled straight back. 94 again on the fastball, and it evens at 1-1. Home run for Siriaco in the 5th, his 2nd in a Red Sox uniform. Strike 2, 1-2. They play for Siriaco to go the other way. Lorenzo Cain, the center fielder, is way over towards right center. Breaking ball that misses inside, 2-2. Didn't miss by a lot, full count. Everybody will be in motion with 2 outs, and the base is loaded. Red Sox have a 2-run lead. Siriaco fights it off foul. That was biting in on him.
Yeah, fouled off a very tough pitch right there. Certainly too close to take. Inside part of the plate. Just gets his hands inside the ball and able to foul it off.
Another foul off to the right. Another fastball from Jeffers. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Jacoby Ellsbury waiting on deck. He would be the 8th member of the Red Sox to bat in the inning if he does indeed bat. Siriaco chops it left side. The third baseman, Abreu's throw is late. Run scores. Red Sox take a 7-4 lead and credit Siriaco from getting down the line very quickly.
Well, he hustles all the time, and it gets him a lot of base hits. It looked like Abreu at first wanted to go to second base after he makes this pick and then decides to go to first. By then, it's too late. What an at bat, pretty good at bat put on there by Siriaco.
Third hit of the day for Siriaco. He's driven in 2. Red Sox lead at 7-4. Pitching change from Fenway. Back at Fenway Park, 7-1 or 7-4. The Red Sox have the lead over Kansas City. The Red Sox have tacked on 2 runs here in the bottom of the 7th inning so far. And looking for more, Jacoby Ellsbury standing in with the bases loaded to face the new pitcher, Francisco Bueno. And he pops it up on the first pitch. From second base comes Giabatella. Now Hosmer, first baseman, takes over and makes the catch that ends the inning. The Red Sox take a 7-4 lead at the end of 7. Eastern Bank. At Eastern Bank, we're made of free checking. It's got nothing to hide, which means no fees or any other types of curveballs. Check out what else we're made of at easternbank.com. 7-4, the Red Sox on top of Kansas City. They get 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Leading it off is Billy Butler. He was batting when Alex Gordon was caught trying to steal to end the top half of the 7th. Butler 0 for 3 in the game today. He struck out 3 times. All that was against Felix Dubron. Beato back out there again. His 3rd inning of relief. He's allowed 1 hit in the first 2 innings of relief in his Red Sox debut. 2 strikeouts. Action in the Red Sox pen. Craig Breslow warming up. Butler with 3 strikeouts already today. Here comes a 1-2. And he fouls it back. Felix Dubron today went 5 innings, giving up a total of 6 hits, 4 runs. He walked 2 and struck out 7. Not part of the decision today is right now the pitcher of record is Pedro Beato in his first outing in a Red Sox uniform. Coming over in the Kelly Shopik deal from the Mets. His 30th pitch is fouled down the right field line by Billy Butler. Butler hits it on the ground and through into left field, a base hit. Scored for the first time today as Kansas City picks up their 8th hit of the game.
And Butler finally breaks through, as you mentioned. Don had struck out 3 times prior to this at bat. Finds that hole between third and short for the ground ball base hit.
So lead runner on for the Royals here in the 8th inning as Salvador Perez stands in. 1 for 3 in the game. He singled in the 2nd inning, grounded out in the 4th. Fly to right in the 5th. The Royals have been in Boston for a long time. They played a day game on Wednesday. They got here Wednesday night. We're off Wednesday night here in Boston, off Thursday all day. And then they start this 4-game series. Day baseball today, day baseball tomorrow.
Hope they enjoy their hotel accommodations.
Yes. Very unusual to stay in a city that long.
Yeah, almost a week.
Yes. Perez hits it on the ground and threw into left field, a base hit. And the first 2 have reached here for the Royals in the 8th. They'll bring the tying run to the plate now with nobody out in the 8th inning.
And Perez picks up his 2nd hit of the day. Had one back in the 2nd inning. Another ground ball between third and short. Top spin ground ball that'll quickly get through.
So back-to-back hits. And the meeting at the mound here is Pedro Siriaco coming in as well. Well, tonight on Charlie Moore Outdoors, the Mad Fisherman heads to sunny San Diego to escape the New England's bad weather, where he grabs a kayak and heads out into the crystal clear waters of Mission Bay to see what he can catch. Charlie Moore Outdoors tonight at 6. 2-1, nobody out. Jeff Francoeur, only member of the Royals not to have a base hit today in the starting 9. Grounder foul just above the Kansas City dugout. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Sox earn a save, CVS Pharmacy will make a donation to Boston Children's Hospital towards their $25,000 donation this season. In the dirt to Francoeur, and it's 2-1. Rolls it over foul and evens the count now at 2-2. Well, on the finale, it'll be Daisuke Matsuzaka matched up against Luke Hochshaver in the 4th and final game of the series. Breaking ball that just misses, framed by LaVarnway, and borderline call there, full count.
Yeah, certainly had some give to Francoeur on this breaking ball, headed toward him and then just missed, picking up the inside corner. Nice job framing that ball by LaVarnway. Make it look a little bit closer than it actually was.
Ball 4, and he walks Francoeur to load the bases. And this will bring out Tim Bogard to make the change. Bases loaded for Kansas City in the 8th. 7-4, Red Sox on top. And the Red Sox trailing 5-3 in the game. Ciriaco able to get a home run in the 5th inning, his second home run in a Red Sox uniform. James Loney, his first base hit and RBI in a Red Sox uniform. Red Sox tie it up. And then Jacoby Ellsbury able to put the Red Sox on top with an RBI single to right field. Scores Mauro Gomez, and the Red Sox will take the lead. Boston adding 2 more in the last of the 7th inning, taking a 7-4 lead. And Greg Breslow into the game here for his 12th appearance in Red Sox uniform this time around. A 1.86 earned run average. No record, has 8 strikeouts, 4 walks, and opponents hitting at 188 against him. Comes in a tough spot, bases loaded, nobody out here in the 8th. And the Red Sox on top by 3 runs. Johnny Giavotella, the batter for Kansas City. Giavotella with a single in the 4th inning, a 1-for-3 day. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. Billy Butler at third base. Salvador Perez at second base. Jeff Francoeur at first base. Again, the Yale battery together as Craig Breslow and Ryan Lavarnway working as a battery here. Both out of Yale. The 0-1 is in there for strike 2. It's 0-2. Trying not to overthink the situation.
Oh, good, Don.
Jerry?
Very good, Don.
Mark Melancon up in the pen. Outside, 1-2. Runners on the responsibility of Beato, who ends up going 2+ innings. He allows a total of 3 hits. Walked a batter and struck out 2. But he is responsible for the men on here for Kansas City in the 8th. His Red Sox debut. 1-2 to Giavotella. He is down low, 2-2.
In a couple of long battles the last couple of days. Last night, of course, going extra innings, and another tough ball game here this afternoon.
Fouled off to the right, out of play. Still 2-2. Chop foul outside of third. Giavotella staying alive here with Butler at third, Perez at second, Francoeur at first. 2 singles and a walk, leading to the bases loaded with nobody out. Swing and a miss. Breslow needed that. He gets a strikeout for the first out of the 8th.
Now Breslow going to the cutter to pick up the strikeout with the bases loaded. Now he gets an opportunity to work on a left-handed hitter.
Eric Hosmer 1 for 3 today. Singled back in the 4th inning. Otherwise, he struck out and grounded out. And a foul tip. Four for 10 this year with the bases loaded. A .348 hitter in this situation in his career. In tight for ball 1, 1-1. Breslow coming into a bases loaded, nobody out situation. He has 1 out now as he strikes out Giavotella. Evens up now at 2-2 to Eric Hosmer. Breslow backing off again. This one flared foul off to the left, and it hangs at 2-2. Hosmer hanging tough here in this lefty-lefty matchup.
Hosmer did have a base hit early in the ball game against Felix Dubront. Battling another left-handed Breslow now.
Broken bat, flare to right. In comes Ross to battle the sun, and he makes the catch, then throws from his backside. Tagging up and scoring is Butler as he comes in. Cody Ross making that catch in right field. Didn't see it to the last possible second as he battles the sun on the sun field. That's out number 2.
Well, you wonder, Don, if he saw this thing at all. I mean, the way he goes after it, it's almost like he fell into it. And just quickly gets that ball back in the infield as fast as he can. Man, it's tough out there this time of day. I'm not so sure he saw that ball when he caught it.
A sac fly for Eric Hosmer, and it is now 7-5. 2 on, 2 down, and Tony Abreu the batter. Abreu with a single in the 4th inning, a 1-for-3 day. Down and in, 2-1. So that run is charged to Bieto as he gets charged with 1 run so far. He's responsible for Perez, who's at second base, Frank Core at first base. In his 2+ innings of work in his Red Sox debut. Two balls, 2 strikes to Tony Abreu. Up the middle and into center field, a base hit. Around from second comes Perez. He'll score. On to third base goes Frank Core, and it's a 1-run game. It's now 7-6. Big 2-out RBI for the number 9 man, Tony Abreu.
He's been big in this game for the Royals. A couple of hits out of the 9 spot, a couple of RBIs out of the 9 spot. Gets the off-speed pitch there right under the glove of Breslow and past the dive of Pedroia. And all of a sudden we have a 1-run ball game.
With a tying run 90 feet away. Randy Neiman on the mound. Now tonight, immediately following Red Sox Extra Innings Live, join us for Red Sox Final. Presented by Geico. TC, Jim, Peter, and Jenny. They'll preview Daisuke Matsuzaka's return to the Red Sox rotation, the series finale, with the plus highlights from around the majors, including Adrian Gonzalez's second game as a Dodger. It's all coming up after the game, only on Nesson. Well, Lorenzo Cain batting as they check on first base, and Abreu back to the bag. Cain has been on twice today, a walk in the 3rd. Homered in the 4th inning. There's action. Lewis Coleman is up in the pen for Kansas City. And Breslow falling behind 2-0. Allowed 2 inherited runners to score since coming into the game. 3-0. Kansas City taking last night's game in 12 innings and trying to tie this up here today. Let's pitch in there for a strike. And it's down 3-1.
Kane started after that like he had the green light on the 3-0 count.
Swing and a miss, and a full count now. Breslow battles back.
Back to the breaking ball. The cut fastball down out of the strike zone. Chased by Kane. Runner will be off at first base on the 3-2 count with 2 outs.
Strike 3 call. Breslow with a big strikeout to keep the Red Sox on top. 7-6 Boston at the end of 7.5. Tomorrow, the Red Sox conclude their 4-game series with the Royals. Daisuke Matsuzaka returns to the rotation. Matsuzaka hasn't pitched for Boston since July 2nd, but is coming off 7 shutout innings for Pawtucket, his most recent rehab start. Our live coverage begins tomorrow at 12 with Monster Monday.
Al Breslow picks up a big strikeout to end the inning and end the threat for the Kansas City Royals as he gets Kane to strike out on the breaking ball away. And the Red Sox hold on to a slim 1-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
Lewis Coleman, the new pitcher in for Kansas City, their 6th pitcher of the day, 32nd appearance, no record, 3.83 earned run average. Coleman's hitting at .210 against Coleman. Pedroia drives one to deep left field, high and deep and gone. Dustin Pedroia takes out some of his frustration on a home run. His 12th home run of the year, and the Red Sox obtain some insurance on top, 8-6.
You said it right, Don. You know, he'd been frustrated all afternoon, and Pedroia with the home run. He had a double back in the first inning, then a bad call at first base, a bad call on a ball that was called, a strike that was called on him, I should say. Now goes deep in the 8th inning for number 12 on the season.
Now Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. A home run here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 8-6 Red Sox lead. Cody Ross takes a pitch inside. Hess and Hess Express are proud sponsors of the Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson during the 2012 season. Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Pediatric Trauma Program at Children's Hospital Boston for every Red Sox home run. Hess and Hess Express committed to helping the cause. So Red Sox lead at 8-6. Cody Ross has been aboard 3 times today, 2 singles and a walk. Trying to hold up, it goes around. Strike over the outside corner, 2-2 now to Cody Ross. Well, for Coleman, this is his 4th stint in the majors this year with Kansas City. He's been back and forth to Omaha quite a bit. Ross strikes out for the first out of the 8th.
Coleman, he looks like he can be tough on right hand as he kind of throws across that body, a little bit side arm, and that time picks up the outside corner. The swing and miss by Cody Ross. Ross with a 2-for-4 afternoon going for him.
James Loney, the batter. Got his first hit in a Red Sox uniform in the 5th to drive in a run. At the time, it tied the score. Well, remember the Dodgers, he had 33 RBIs on the season. And the breaking ball in there for strike 1. Swing and a 2, swing and a miss. He's down 0-2. No 2 is outside, 1-2. Home run for Dustin Pedroia to begin things in the 8th. Cody Ross strikes out. 1 out, and now a 2-2 to Loney. And he strikes out on a pitch down and in. Breaking ball from Coleman gets him back-to-back strikeouts.
That big sweeping breaking ball again from down to the side, going down and in and off the plate. Deloney.
So 2 down in the inning as Ryan Lavarnway bats. Had a single his last time up, 1 for 4. Came around to score the 7th Red Sox run of the game. Strike one to Lavarnway. Looking ahead to Kansas City's top of the ninth inning. Alcides Escobar, Alex Gordon, and Billy Butler scheduled to bat. Anybody gets on Salvador Perez will have a chance. And strike two. Mark Melancon continuing to warm in the pen. Looks like it'll be Melancon in the ninth. Lavarnway strikes out. 3 Ks in a row for Coleman, but first the home run by Pedroia. Red Sox have an 8-6 lead as we head to the ninth. Lines, Infinity, and by Toyota's website for deals via Toyota.com. Well, it is 8-6 as the Red Sox have the lead over the Kansas City Royals heading to the ninth inning. An important insurance run picked up by the Red Sox on the home run by Dustin Pedroia. And Mark Melancon in to close it out here for the Red Sox in the ninth inning. Melancon's 32nd appearance. He's 0-2 with a 7.02 earned run average. Opponent's hitting at .280 against Melancon. 20 saves last year for the Houston Astros. And the Red Sox really without Andrew Bailey today, who'd worked 3 straight games. Fredo Aceves serving a suspension, so it is Melancon who's in there. All the work Padilla's had, he's not available either. His pitch in there for a strike. Alcides Escobar leading it off in the ninth inning. Pitcher still in the sunshine while all of home plate encompassed by the shadows. Late swing and a grounder foul, 0-2. Escobar, Gordon, and Butler expected here in the top half of the ninth inning. The 0-2 pitch. Down and away, and it's 1-2. Escobar has been on twice today. A single in the first. He reached on an error in the third.
Big inning for the Royals was back in the 4th inning when they got that 3-run home run from Kane. 4 runs in the inning.
Melanson allowing 2 runs, giving up RBI hits to both batters that he faced last night in relief of Andrew Miller. He's now allowed runs in 8 of his last 13 games, 14 runs in his last 15 innings pitched. Trying to have a clean 9th inning here. 8-6 Red Sox on top. There's ball 3, full count. On the ground down the first base line, to the backhand goes Loney. A nice play as he tags the bag for the first out of the ninth. I'll remind you to vote for the Amica Pitcher of the Week at NESN.com/Amica and enter to win a $100 gift card from NESN to the Yawkey Way team store. 1 out in the 9th inning. Alex Gordon, the batter. Gordon with a single his last time up. He was caught trying to steal. He did steal a base back in the first inning after he reached on a fielder's choice. Gordon takes strike 1 at 95 miles an hour from Melanson.
These really have been grinding ball games. Last night's, of course, extra inning affair, and this game this afternoon, a lot of hits.
One is chop foul, and it is 1-2. Felix Dubron started today for the Red Sox. 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs. Threw 98 pitches in 5 innings, walked 2 and struck out 7. Since then, we saw the debut of Pedro Beato. 2+ giving up 2 runs. Craig Breslow an inning. Now Melanson trying to finish it off. Here's a 1-2. And it's 2-2. Fouled off to the left, still 2-2. Gordon now, Billy Butler waiting on deck. Royals batting here in the 9th inning. Gordon lines one into right field, a base hit. And Kansas City will bring the tying run to the plate in Billy Butler. Alex Gordon with a 1-out single and the second hit of the day for Gordon.
Had been quiet in the early part of this ball game, going 0 for 3, but 2 for 2 since the 7th inning. Gets the curveball from Melanson. Line drive into right field for the base hit.
Well, Billy Butler 1 for 4. He singled his last time up. Struck out 3 times today as he takes strike 1. Don't forget, coming up immediately after the game, stay with us for WB Mason Red Sox Extra Innings Live. It's all the post-game coverage you'll need right here on NESN. Sliced foul off to the right, and it's 0-2.
Gordon was off at first base. Red Sox not holding him on with the 2-run lead.
swing and a miss. Butler strikes out for the 4th time today. Big out for Melanson, and 2 down in the 9th.
Well, he's going down twice on curveballs and twice on fastballs. This is a high fastball from Melanson.
So 2 down in the 9th. And it brings up Salvador Perez. He's got a 2-hit day going, both singles. 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 8th. Melanson was saving games for the Pawtucket Red Sox when he was sent down earlier this season. Had 11 saves for Pawtucket. Trying to save this today for the Red Sox. This one fouled straight back. 94 in the fastball from Melanson. Taken off of the pitch was Gordon. He has to return to first. That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Gordon takes second base on the defensive indifference. Royals are down to their last strike. And 2 outs in the 9th inning. Line and caught by Dustin Pedroia. Ball game over. Red Sox win it. Mark Melanson comes in and gets a save as the Red Sox win it 8-6 today. Bob's Discount Furniture will be stepping up to the plate again for the Jimmy Fund. Bob's Discount Furniture donating $1,000 to the Jimmy Fund for every Red Sox game saved. So far this season, Bob's Discount Furniture has donated a total of $30,000 to the Jimmy Fund. It's another one of these grinded out games, Jerry. The Red Sox win game 3 of the series.
Yeah, it's been a couple in a row for the Red Sox last night and, of course, this afternoon. And Pedro Ciriaco had a very good game for the Red Sox in this one. And nice to see Melanson close it out. Melanson, of course, with a short bullpen today for the Red Sox, becomes the closer and gets the job done.
So the Red Sox win it 8-6. For Jerry Remy and Jenny Dell, I'm Don Orsillo saying goodnight from Fenway Park. Join us again tomorrow for the final game of the series with the Royals. Daisuke Matsuzaka will get the ball for the Sox. Live coverage begins at noon. It's been a presentation of NESN, New England's most watched sports network. It's time now for WB Mason's Extra Innings Live. Here's Tom Caron.